The secrets inside.
G'day everyone. We all grew up with our beloved main characters from our childhoods who inspire us with great values such as their role models and giving us life lessons. But unfortunately, we have those characters who's been so obnoxious by ruining our intelligence and treating our main characters with their own stupidity. But all main characters just trying their best is to take care of themselves and figure out what is going on, and it just pisses you off and it makes you want to save our characters from them. So I won't be covering any other characters because they've already been mentioned all over the internet. So this time I'm going to talk about the different characters and the other characters who's already been mentioned a long time ago. So let's check out the 6 worst characters from the good movies and shows. And as always, if you do like these characters, that's fine. It's just my silly personal opinion. And I'm glad you will like these characters and I'll not be able to. Anyway, on to the countdown.
But I want to do a cowboy hat!
Starting with number 6.
Now that's a mess!
Willie and Short Round from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Ugh, what do I even describe of those two? First, let's start with Willie. She contributes nothing, constantly gets saved by Indy, but all she did, she just butthurt him the entire movie for no good reasons.
I hate the water! And I hate being wet! And I hate you!
She whines every single thing. She never trusts Indy, she never understands what he was saying, and she never respects him. Look, I have a much better leading lady such as Marianne from the first movie and the 4th movie. And yes, she had a small role in the end of the 5th movie, but it's not much. And we never get to see Indy's son Henry Jones III after the 4th movie. And now let's talk about the obnoxious little fortune cookie named Short Round. And unlike Willie, he always screams every line in that Chinese accent, and it's so annoying. Say what you want about Nostalgia Critic from his glory days, and my favorite part from his video, his top 11 dumbasses in distress, is this part.
I also love that scene where he breaks through the bridge.
Those were the good days. The only thing I like about them is when they help Indy out and save him, and we never get to see them in the following movies, and that's good for us. Otherwise, they would cause even more trouble than they already was before.
But I want to do a cowboy hat!
And for the number 5...
Now that's a mess!
Muffin Healer from Bluey. Ugh, imagine if Lou Brown Bear got mixed together with Veruca Salt. And her middle name?
Muffin Cupcake Healer.
Yes, and she's obnoxious as hell. Don't get me wrong, I adored Bluey. This cartoon has inspired so many children all over the world with playing with your siblings and your friends, having imagination, and life lessons. And my country, Australia, has grew bigger after the successful of this show. So each other episode starring her, I am low to this mentally whiny brat. One that she was so ungrateful that she was been asked to share with her sister socks. In one episode, she was whining to her grandmother that she wanted to do the ballerina, and she keeps embarrassing that poor woman. Many kids from nowadays have problem issues to their parents and whines at them to get whatever they want. But the parents has told them they have a consequences to their actions, and they were trying their best to raise them the right way. Sure, Muffin had learned her lesson, but she keeps coming back the way she were, and she always screams, and it's just getting on my nerve. If I ever see a child who is acting like her crossing the street, I'm stepping on the vat of toxic gas and choked to death. And I don't want to hear what Muffin did in her own actions. Stripe and Trixie, if you two better going to raise your own daughter like Muffin, you two are definitely going to pay your child support for her bad behavior.
But I want to do a cowboy hat.
And for the number 4,
Now that's a mess!
Dolores Umbridge from Harry Potter movies. Ugh. Maybe Howard Henry was right about one thing, and the worst teacher in the whole wide world. For starters, on year 5 in the Order of the Phoenix, we all know that Dolores has used magic outside school. She always do what she wants. But worse, she sent the Dementors to haunt Harry and Dudley. And everyone else in the Wizarding world has framed Harry and Dumbledore for Voldemort's return. And Dolores just sent Harry into a detention after she disbelieved him. And then what's more, that she said to Harry that he deserved to be punished.
You deserve to be punished.
That's just horrible. Harry doesn't deserve to be punished. He deserves justice. We all know that he said that Voldemort has killed Cedric Diggory. But no, we saw Pierre Pettigrew Wormtail who killed Cedric Diggory before he resurrected Voldemort. And by the way, why do we have this monster as a main villain, while Lord Voldemort is the second villain in the end?
On a long, sticky tongue. The chair recognises Dolores Jane Umbridge, Senior Undersecretary to the Minister.
Harry had not found it an easy experience to talk about the night when Voldemort had returned.
Oh yeah, not judging the book by its cover. But nobody cares about her. She's a psychopath towards the wizards and witches, including the Muggleborns. But don't worry, she totally deserved to be in prison of Azkaban after Harry knocked her out. And she and Cornelius Fudge will never be on Harry's and Dumbledore's side, and they never will.
This is a lie.
He stopped. Some people are really f***ing stupid.
But I want to do a cowboy hat.
And for the number 3,
Now that's a mess!
Billy from Thomas and Friends. Welcome to the hit errors. Don't be afraid, just be brave. Okay, Billy was not as bad when we first met him, but how many times he said to Thomas,
Thomas, don't tell me what to do, Thomas. Huff Billy, you are a very bossy engine.
Alright, I get it!
This is like Edward Strikes Out, but this is a new character we're going to talk about after this.
Newfangled nonsense.
Shut up, Edward, and let me explain why. Billy was nothing but a bratty hillbilly engine, unlike Angelica from Rugrats. He totally butthurt Thomas when he's trying to tell him to do something.
Billy didn't want to wait for the Fat Controller. He wanted to go.
Gee, Michelangelos and Cheryl Miller doesn't like this episode, and they didn't like Billy as well. I'm sure they would keep trying to make a much better episodes after this. Every single time of Billy's brattiness, and it makes me feel sorry for Thomas. He's just only doing his job and trying to keep promise from the Fat Controller. And thank God Billy has learned his lesson in the end. But he doesn't even apologize to Thomas. This episode should be called Don't Be Bratty, Billy.
But I want to do
And the number 2 worst characters from the good movies and shows is Prince Charming from Shrek movies. Okay, we have every single worst villains from any franchises from DreamWorks. But one of them that I am going to mention is Prince Charming. I would strangle him with his own long hair whenever I watch him every single time when I watch these 2 movies of Shrek. Charming, I cannot believe that you're going to do something for Shrek when you're planning to do in the 3rd movie. And don't you dare insult me that you're going to put me in your play with my man Shrek as a main protagonist. Your mother from the 2nd movie has did a much better villainy plans than you did. Alright, I know Prince Charming has did a much better plan in the 2nd movie with his mother. Maybe he wouldn't have been a much better villain if he did all those villainy done right, but it just doesn't work. Jack from Puss in Boots: The Last Wish is the real reason why he did all those villainy done right, just like Death. But Charming just goofing off by painting himself as a new king of far, far away, a true hero, and tricking everyone thinking he's handsome. But no, Artie is the rightful new king. And I just hope the Shrek franchise would deserve so much better than charming. And I meant even more.
But I want to go.
And before we get to number 1, here's some of the quick dishonorable
That's
mentions.
a mess.
Patch from 2x2 Overboard. Actually, I think she was overhated character. Sure, she blamed my buddy Finny at first, but her heart was in the right place. Now don't worry guys, I'm sure she'll be a better character in the 3rd movie. Jar Jar Binks from Star Wars prequel trilogy. I don't hate him, but I do like him when I first time watched The Phantom Menace, but I don't like him anymore. Sure, he screwed things up in the following movies, but as Qui-Gon Jinn says best.
The ability to speak does not make you intelligent.
Millie from Bob's Burgers. I despise her with a passion. She's literally trapped our main characters in the box one and is a Halloween episode. And she is gonna get away from this. The geese from the Wild Robot. I did not like them after I first time watched this lovely movie. But they learned their lesson after they followed Bright Bill and after Longneck has sacrificed himself. And they're finally on Bright Bill's side. Anyway, on to number 1. I thought Prince Charming is bad, but once again, we're gonna check out one of the characters who made me lose my mind, even more than Prince Charming. And by the way, let's check it out. And the number 1 worst character from the good movies and shows is Louetta Mason from Grandpa in My Pocket.
With a little bit of luck, you won't get it.
Ugh, I hate Louetta so much. For now, I know I already covered her on my previous videos, but you know what? Let's tear her into pieces once again. The way her brother as our main character Grandpa has felt miserable during on his childhood, it's all because she treated him. Every single episode, whenever she visits, she always makes Grandpa feel miserable, and it makes me feel sorry for him. She always makes so many roughish foods, including green gloop, which is a mixture of Brussels sprouts and spinach. Because Louetta is a terrible cooker and the biggest cheater on games and board games. And do I even mention that she refused to let anyone to do something for her?
I'll look after Mr. Scuff Bucket. Me too.
Oh, no, you can't. He's dangerous. And I'm in charge. What would your mother say if I let you get nibbled by a goat?
Crime, racism. Subject, Arabs.
And Louetta was born as the animal abuser. She hates animals. And yes, Molly Martin from season 5, she hates dogs like Wolfie. And Lady Brick's Bottom hates Wolfie as well from season 4 at first. And she have learned her lesson in the end. Louetta, on the other hand, she goes back to hate Wolfie after she cares about him in the first episode in the end. And why the writers has greenlit Grandpa's absolute crappy older sister? It's just like the writers of cartoons has greenlit the crappy characters as a main focus. And I will never going to talk about Louetta after this video, ever. And I am so glad that she was never appeared 2 more last episodes after the Magic the Mill on the Marsh. It seems like she was better off dead. Because she will always be the biggest roughest old twit. But I never blame on her actress Sarah. I'm sure she deserved better than this. Okay, there's some characters from shows and movies that we don't want like them. The writers from our childhood shows and movies are still trying their best is to giving us a much better and decent characters who respect our main characters with their good advice and giving their friendship, couples, and teamwork a build-up any single TV shows and movies. And they will always respect our intelligence from our youth and will always love them so much. So that's all I'm going to say about it. And do you think I miss a particularly bad characters from good movies and shows? If you thought so, leave your own thoughts in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.